The World Health Organization has declared coronavirus a global pandemic with more than 100.
Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte set to sign Monday an executive order declaring a state of public health emergency in the country.
Until the COVID-19 vaccine is available, I will not allow the traditional face-to-face teaching or learning unless the risk of exposure.
Naging struggle din yung paghanap ng competent salary dito sa atin, especially for regular job. Our country is not as appreciative sa art as sa ibang bansa.
Online classes, bumaba talaga or bumagsak talaga yung soft skills ko, especially in terms of communication.
Isa sa mga struggle ko is yung humarap ulit sa tao, or paano makisalamuha ulit kasi nga naging introvert ako nung nag-pandemic.
As the coronavirus continues to take its toll around the world, university students are graduating into the toughest job market in decades.
Since nasa bahay nga tayo noon, parang nahirapan ako ihiwala yung student life sa personal life. Kasi 'di ba syempre nung face to face, pag pumapasok tayo somehow, pag nakita natin yung mga friends natin, nalilimutan na natin yung mga problema sa bahay, ganyan, mga personal issues. Pero dahil nag-pandemic, tapos kailangan talaga online class, wala kang choice. Ayun, nahirapan ako siyang i-separate yung buhay ko as anak, as kapatid, ganon, sa bilang estudyante.
Yung struggles na kinaharap ko during online, magbibigay ako ng 5 examples. First is sasabihin ko sa social life. Kasi at the very first ng pandemic, talaga nagbi-video call kami ng mga kaibigan ko. Well, it's good. As an introvert, okay lang sa akin yun. But, nung tumatagal na, dun ko na nararamdaman na kailangan ko ng social life kasi yung soft skills ko bumabagsak, especially yung communication. Kasi nga, wala ka nakakausap eh. Though nakakausap ko yung mga friends ko sa online, but it's not enough for you to have that growth sa soft skills mo.
Yung fact na hindi pa ready yung Philippines nung dumating yung pandemic. I know, lahat naman ng countries, hindi naman tayo prepared talaga. Medyo nangapapa tayo in terms of connectivity, yung curriculum, yung mismong flow ng studies, yung mismong flow ng information from the professor to students. So feeling ko yun yung one of the biggest factors.
Second is in terms of academic. Medyo mahirap siya in the sense kasi hindi mo nakakausap yung mga prof mo eh. Hindi sila nagiging hands-on. May mga professors na magbibigay lang sila ng mga task for the whole term and then you were to do it on your own, self-paced, ganun.
Yung mga activities na kailangan namin gawin na dapat kung face-to-face, field work siya. Pero dahil nga pandemic, ginagawa namin siya mag-isa lahat sa bahay. Parang DIY ng kahit anong ilaw, wala kaming mga gamit na yung pang pro talaga na dapat ganun yung gagamitin namin.
So in terms of communicating with the professors, mas naging matagal. Alam mo yun, for example, may question ako for this question or for this matter, mas matatagalan yung response nila or yung way ba ng communication, yung flow ng communication. And mas mataas kasi yung level na or yung chance na magkaroon ng misunderstanding between the two kasi nga everything is written, parang iba yung tone ng sasabihin natin sa kanila or iba yung maging impact nun sa kanila.
Third struggle ko is yun nga, yung passion ko. Parang it crashes right in front of my face kasi wala akong experience. Uma-attend ba na ako ng mga online workshop but it's not enough. Kasi nga, yun nga, yung mga in-house productions kasi, they are looking for experience talaga dun sa field. Yung fourth example ko naman is, I would say it relates to the family kasi mas nakilala mo kasi yung family mo. So, I can see how my family struggles then in terms of could be financial, but in our case, hindi naman kasi like super ganun. And syempre, yung pag-open up.
Second is yung external factors like, syempre kapag nasa bahay ka, nasa isip mo, mag-relax ka or gusto mong mahiga, matulog, ganyan. So parang ako personally na-experience ko yun na since nasa kwarto lang ako nag-aaral, tapos nanonood lang ako sa professor ko. Minsan parang natatempt ka na matulog, ganyan, or wag makinig kasi maraming distractions.
And then the last would be yung career path ko. Kasi yun nga, what I mentioned, yun naman kasing yung film that crashes in front of my eyes, it's more on academics. But if I were to look at my career, hindi naman siya ganun nag-fade, pero ayun nga, nawala ako dun sa line. Parang meron kang 2 lines, this is your passion, but napunta ka dito sa line na to because of pandemic. So, yun yung mga difficulties or struggles that I faced during those times.
After ko matapos lahat ng units is na-pressure akong maghanap ng work kasi mga friends ko naghahanap na din sila. And nung natanggap na yung friend ko sa work, parang mas na-pressure ako na sabi ko, hala, makakalabas na siya ng bahay. Tapos, ayun, during the process na paghahanap ng work, ano lang naman ako, hindi ko binibilang kung ilan na yung napasuhan ko. Pasa lang ako ng pasa ng resume, ina-enhance ko yung resume ko, gano'n. Tapos, pag may nakita ako na medyo related sa field ko, magpapasa ako, gano'n, hanggang sa may nag-reach out sa akin.
If I were to give number dun sa company na in-applyan ko, 28 siya in total. So, doon na ako na-devastate na, hala, hindi ata ako makakapaghanap ng trabaho. Kasi right after, nung nakita kong 0 units na ako, doon na ako na-pressure na sabi ko, hala, this is the time na kailangan ko na mag-apply ng trabaho. Kasi kung hindi ako mag-apply ng trabaho, baka wala akong mapag-applyan. So, na-pressure ako for the whole month of March. Naghahanap lang talaga ako ng trabaho.
For me, yung naging biggest problem is number 1, choosing my specialization, yung focus. Although I studied or I majored in graphic design, syempre kapag nasa field ka na, nandun na yung chance mo to explore other options. So I think yun yung naging biggest problem for me kasi medyo indecisive kasi ako. And since nag-freelance na nga ako before graduation, so I got to have a glimpse of each field like motion graphics, graphic design, photography. And surprisingly, lahat naman sila nagustuhan ko. So, you know, parang having a corporate job kasi, unless you're a multimedia artist, you have to choose a specialization. If you're a photographer ka lang. And, you know, choosing one thing it's hard for me. Kasi parang ako nga yung gusto ko gawin lahat.
And isa sa mga struggle ko is yung humarap ulit sa tao, yung sa interview, work interview, ganun. Super nag-struggle din ako nun. Hindi ko alam paano sumagot ulit or paano makisalamuha ulit kasi nga naging introvert ako nung nag-pandemic.
Naging struggle din yung paghanap ng competent salary dito sa atin, especially for a regular job. That's why I resorted to be a freelancer instead. Kasi nga for me, mas hawak ko yung oras ko and mas marami akong time for my family and at the same time, yung salary is mas mataas.
So, yun yung mga naging struggles ko while looking for a job. First is, yun nga, hindi fit yung educational background ko sa position na pinag-a-applyan ko, which is another thing that I wanted to do, which is writing. Second is, yun nga, parang napilitan ako dito sa position na to kasi hindi naman ito yung major ko. And if I were to say, medyo alanganin talaga ako dito sa 2D, especially 2D animation.
We've been sitting on our computer for the past 2 years. So parang yung mag-shoot ka ulit sa labas or gagawa ka ng work sa labas, medyo mas nakakapagod siya kasi mas gagamit ka ng energy mo. So yun yung number 1. Number 2 is syempre makakita ka ng tao. Like, hindi naman sa hindi ka nakakita ng tao, pero you know, after the pandemic, yung makita mo ulit yung ibang tao in person, parang it's something na kahit extrovert ka, it's something na you have to adjust again. Kasi nga, parang everything has been done online before and then ngayon biglang face to face. So I think it's still a struggle. Yung parang paano ka magsa-start ng conversation? Will you ask them if you know how are they coping with the COVID-19 or yung basically yung safety din. Kasi 'di ba, yun nga, nasa pandemic tayo for the past 2 years. So parang ang mindset natin that time is maging safe, yung hindi tayo magka-COVID.
Culture shock. Akala ko, parang ang susungit ng tao. Feeling ko lang, ako lang yun, pero hindi sila masusungit. Parang na-intimidate lang ako kasi ang tagal na nila sa work, ako bago pa lang, ganon. And siguro nahirapan din ako sa communication kasi ako yung pinakabata dun sa team namin and ako din ata yung pinakabata sa office. Pero katagalan naman, nakapag-adjust naman ako. Parang nag-aaral lang din. Na parang kausap mo din mga kaklase mo. Ganun lang din sila makatawa.
Yung mga boss ko kasi hands-on sila. Siguro kasi alam naman nila na we're from online classes. We graduated as someone na nag-continue during online classes. So, in terms of soft skills, yon medyo nahirapan ako. And even naman dun sa hard skills, nahirapan din ako kasi honestly, if I were to put numbers, parang 25% lang ng inaral ko dito sa school, yung nagagamit ko sa work. More on books pa siya, more on readings, pero in terms of using software, lahat ng ginagawa ko sa office ngayon, naaral ko lang siya during those times na nag-work na ako. So, kung pag-uusapan lang is adjustment, medyo nahirapan, but since I'm working with good people kasi, and very understanding people, knowing na you came from very difficult situation, hindi na siya ganun kahirap i-adjust. After a year of working, sobrang daming accomplishment talaga. If pag-uusapan is skills, sobrang nakita ko yung improvement ko. Kasi when I started working at Unay, short for United Neon, wala talaga akong alam sa After Effects, as in zero talaga. Tapos my boss teach me how to do basic animation, motion graphics. So yun, ngayon, magbigay lang sila sa akin ng mga assets, kaya ko nang i-animate siya, motion, ganyan, GIF. Second ng improvement ko is, yung kanina ko pang mini-mention, is yung communication. Ngayon, I can work with people na, with clients specifically. Sometimes, sa team namin, 4 kasi kaming creative. Sa team namin, ako yung mas vocal, so mas nakakausap ko yung mga tao sa office.
For me, as a photographer, lahat naman ng photographer, or not really lahat, pero as a photographer, I'm sure you have dreamt of having your own studio. So for me, yun yung biggest achievement ko during the pandemic. Yung pagkakaroon ng sarili kong studio. I was able to explore other options kasi before the pandemic, I was an outdoor or event photographer. So I was covering more of events or outdoor shoots, photo shoots. But nung pandemic, since lahat nga tayo nasa bahay, I learned how to maximize all the materials that I have at home. For example, product photography, I was able to explore that as well as yung studio photography. And I am happy to say na I was able to build my own photography studio sa bahay namin before the pandemic ends.
Nung pumasok kasi ako sa work, hindi ko alam na big deal pala ma-regular. So siguro isa yun sa mga achievements ko, yung ma-regular. And as a multimedia artist, na major ko talaga yung film, hindi ko alam na mas mag-excel din ako sa graphic design, sa mga 2D animation din, yung mga ganun, mga motion graphics. Hindi ko alam na kaya ko din palang gumawa ng ganun. And dati, nung mga first months ko sa work, as in isang layout, isang araw. Ngayon, kaya ko ng medyo mabilis, marunong na, pero hindi pa ganun kagaling, pero may improvements. Siguro isa yun sa mga small things.
For me, since we're in the field na continuously changing, para sa akin, mas maging adaptable tayo and explore new things. Kasi as an MMA, hindi tayo pwedeng maging stagnant lang in terms of knowledge natin sa softwares, sa creativity, sa concepts. Kasi nga lahat nagbabago. Continuously nagbabago yung trend, taon-taon or minsan buwan-buwan, weekly, di ba? Maraming new trends. So you have to be adaptable. And also, huwag kang matakot na lumabas sa comfort zone mo during your college days. Kasi for me, being a student, yun yung opportunity mo to try new things, to fail. wag tayo matakot sa failure kasi for me, mas matututo ka kapag nag-fail ka. Not that you're not going to learn kapag naging successful ka, but at the same time, when you commit mistakes kasi, mas nakikita mo kung saan mo mas mapagbubutihan. So para sa akin, yeah, you have to explore new things while you're a student. Seek for opportunities. Huwag kang makulong sa four sides ng classroom lang. Huwag mo isipin na dahil estudyante ka, hindi ka pwede mag-work, hindi ka pwede mag-freelance while you're a student. You can. And for me, I would suggest na at least get some clients. So at least before ka mag-work, you have an idea how to deal with clients, how to talk with clients, how to connect with people. Kasi, yeah, sa atin, sa creatives field, it's very important na you have connections. So you have to build that connection. And hindi mo siya mabibuild if you're not going to go out of your comfort zone. Especially for us, napansin ko kasi maraming creatives na introvert. Although introvert, syempre, you're working at your own pace, but at the same time, you have to learn how to speak. You have to learn how to talk with other people. Dapat marunong kayo mambola, ayun. Yun yung one of the biggest things na you have to learn. And syempre, kapag introvert, I know it's a struggle. But again, you have to step out of your comfort zone.
Siguro when it comes to opportunities, it's always there. It's either ikaw yung maghahanap or sila yung maghahanap sa'yo. It's just that kahit madaming opportunities na dumating after graduation nyo or during nag-aaral kayo, choose wisely pa din. Kasi kung yun ba yung path na gusto nyong tahakin, kung halimbawa ako, film ako, pero parang hindi ko pa siya na-pursue ngayon kasi parang may pinag-committan ako, nag-commit ako sa isang bagay na hindi patungo doon sa gusto kong direction na maging filmmaker. Pero okay lang, parang learning experience pa rin kahit anong piliin mo.
As an alumni, huwag kayo masyadong ma-pressure. Huwag yung masyadong ilagay sa shoulder nyo yung burden and even the fear. I know it's there, but always remember, as someone who's working in the industry for 1 year, I can say na hindi lahat talaga na natutunan natin sa school or yung mga workshops natin, yung mag-aangat sa atin sa career natin ngayon. Kasi if I were to look back, talaga, masasabi ko na yung mga achievements ko nung college, yung pagiging DL, yung mga workshops and everything, hindi ko siya nagagamit ngayon sa work. Kahit nga yung pagiging Laudi ko, hindi ko siya nagagamit. So, huwag kayo masyadong ma-pressure. It's good that you're grade conscious, but always remember na yung pakikisalamuha nyo sa tao, yung sincerity na matuto, yun yung mag-aangat sa inyo. So, ngayon, maaaring may iba sa inyo na di-discourage na saan ako after college. I know it's hard kasi pinagdaanan ko yan, but always remember na magtiwala ka sa sarili mo kasi the only person who will believe in you is you yourself. So, always remember na kahit na hindi ito yung passion mo, you're good at it. So, do it. Mahirap i-apply yung wag kang ma-pressure, but at least try. So, ayun.